A note with flowers and macaws. On the Dallas Buyers Club, a very appreciated film. Awards, multiple awards, and the two most coveted ones, Golden Globes and especially the Academy Awards for best actor in a leading role and best supporting in a leading role went to the protagonists, two of the protagonists of this film. Matthew McConaughey in the leading role and Jared Leto for his supporting role. It is indeed an interesting story, emotional, powerful message with an unusual yet ultimately a sort of a role model, and an actor who made a tremendous effort to create a very intriguing and at times fascinating hero, Matthew McConaughey, not someone I particularly like. In fact, my view is not totally positive, but positive psychology, be a married fighter, not a full fighter. And so he is Ron Woodruff, hustler, a bad guy, so to say. And this is important and interesting and challenging for the actor, and we have to admit this is a great job, because we have this low life, basically racist, homophobic. He talks about gay people as faggots. He doesn't accept the idea that he can have this disease. Only faggots have this. So he is rough, uneducated, rude, and on and on. And with this, from this bad material, so to say, dark matter, we have redemption. We have it's even more fascinating and outstanding when you don't have, let's say, a decent man who gets even better. When transformation, the redemption is fantastic. You have the famous frog who becomes a prince. This is such a case here, and maybe even more important, it's for real. It happened. This was a real character. Film is based on his life, who smoked, drank, as I said, had all the vices in excess, and he's diagnosed with HIV. And he's told in 30 days you will die. I mentioned his reaction is that this is not valid. I can't try the McConaughey stuff. Come on. Anyway, faggots have that. But then he realizes that it's happening. Furthermore, the treatment required is not available, so he has to get involved in a sort of smuggling for this AZT. Finds a doctor in Mexico who doesn't have a license anymore. That's why he's in Mexico. And course, becomes a story of redemption. I've noted also here that the movie has 81 awards and another 81 nominations, which is fabulous. And as I said, we have a complicated protagonist, complex. There's a very dark side to him that makes him obnoxious and outrageous at times. And still, if he doesn't really become a saint, he comes close because he dedicates his life to. In the first place, he tries, of course, to cure himself, if you will, but then he becomes the only help that the people he initially despised have, because he's the one who brings in their salvation. So he is Saint Augustine. Not for all intents and purposes, but for some intents and purposes.